Welcome back to the introduction of the new structural regional economics. In this lecture, we continue to study the achievements of high-quality economic development in China's Yangtze River economic belt and how the new structural regional economics understands the relationship between a facilitating government and an efficient market. In January 2016, Chinese President Xi Jinping proposed at the symposium on promoting the development of the Yangtze River economic belt that the Yangtze River economic belt will focus on protection instead of large-scale development. The development of the Yangtze River economic belt is upgraded to a major strategy of China. However, not engaging in large-scale development does not mean no development at all. Quite the contrary. The fundamental goal is to achieve a win-win development between development and environmental protection. This is an inevitable requirement for the realization of innovation, coordination, greenness, openness, and shared development both in the Yangtze River economic belt and in the whole country under the background of ecological civilization construction and economic transformation and upgrading. After years of great effort, the ecological environment management and regional coordinated development of the Yangtze River economic belt have achieved remarkable results. Statistics show that in 2019, the proportion of water with good quality in the Yangtze River basin rose to 91.7%, up by 16% from 2015. Effects of managing the industrial parks are also remarkable. 95% of the provincial level and above provincial parks have built sewage treatment facilities, with a total of 55,600 kilometers of pipeline networks. At the same time, the old driving forces have been steadily converted into new ones, along with the Yangtze River economic belt gradually becoming the center for China's high-quality development. In 2019, the GDP of 11 provinces in the Yangtze River economic belt was 45.78 trillion, accounting for 46.2% of the national GDP. The average economic growth rate is 7.2%, which is 1.1% higher than the national average. 12 emerging strategic industries such as big data, artificial intelligence, intelligent robots, intelligent connected vehicles, and intelligent manufacturing equipment have step-by-step become the leading industries in the Yangtze River economic belt. Viewing from the urban agglomeration development, the integration of urban agglomeration in the Yangtze River economic belt is beginning to show results, and it has gradually become key regions for regional cooperation in China. Among them, the infrastructure and market integration of the urban agglomeration in the Yangtze River Delta are far ahead. Changjiang Middle Reaches urban agglomeration is steadily advancing the integration of transportation infrastructure. Chengdu-Chongqing urban agglomeration has actively promoted the construction of the grand railway network with the rapid overall development on a large scale. However, there are still some difficulties and challenges in the process of green and coordinated development of the Yangtze River economic belt. First of all, the comparative advantages of ecology are not exerted enough. For instance, the existence of chemical companies have hindered the green development of some provinces. The problem of ecological environmental pollution reflects the systematic and structural contradictions of the industrial system in the Yangtze River basin, in which the integrity of the Yangtze River economic belt and the comparative advantages of various regions are neglected. Second, there is serious industries homogenization competition, and the lack of synergy development of the industrial chain has become an obstacle to regional division and cooperation in the Yangtze River economic belt. Because they're in different stages of industrialization, the dominant industries concentrated in the downstream areas are mainly capital-intensive and technology-intensive, while the advantage industries concentrated in the upstream and midstream areas are mainly labor-intensive and resource-intensive industries. However, the coincidence of manufacturing in all three regions exceeds 50%. Third, the spatial trap still exists, and regional polarization and low-level equilibrium will drag down the coordinated development of the Yangtze River economic belt. The flow of resources endowments in the Yangtze River economic belt still faces various obstacles. The infrastructure, public services, and people's livelihood standards differ greatly between regions. The cooperation of urban agglomerations still lacks synergies and has insufficient driving force for regional development. In response to the above development dilemma, the new structural regional economics has been actively seeking solutions. First, improve the role of effective markets, accurately identify regional comparative advantages, and promote the redistribution of regional factors in the Yangtze River economic belt. For example, deepen the reform of marketization of land and improve the marketized transaction system of construction land. Use index between the upper, middle, and lower reaches of the Yangtze River. At the same time, promote the market-oriented allocation of capital. Prioritize mutual recognition of credit ratings within the basin, interconnection of the bond market and financial services. Second, give play to the role of a facilitating government. Guide the reconstruction of the industrial chain, and promote the coordinated development of regional industries in the Yangtze River economic belt. Taking the Yangtze River economic belt as a uniform market, identify its global comparative advantages and local comparative advantages. Classify and guide the formation of the industrial chain of the Yangtze River economic belt with an overall comparative advantages. Make good use of the local conditions. Promote the reconstruction of the industrial chain and form the industrial chain community of the Yangtze River economic belt. Third, the reintegration of green technology chains will promote the comprehensive upgrade of green collaborative governance in the Yangtze River economic belt. On the one hand, advance the level of green collaborative governance and improve the green infrastructure of industrial parks. Build a green technology innovation system. On the other hand, sharing opening up policies such as free trade zone construction, cross-border e-commerce, and the Belt and Road Initiative. Fourth, give full play to the advantages of digital economy and intelligent manufacturing. Strengthen the self-generated ability of enterprises and boost the endogenous economic growth of the middle and upper reaches of the Yangtze River. Actively learn from the experience of digital economy development in Zhejiang province and strengthen the application of new generation information technology of the economic development zones in the middle and upper reaches. Furthermore, leverage the new infrastructure to safeguard the smart manufacturing and complement the traditional infrastructure shortcomings of the middle and upper reaches of the Yangtze River, such as accelerate the construction of infrastructure of the fifth-generation wireless systems, artificial intelligence, big data centers, and so on. Fifth, enhance the level of integration of urban agglomerations and push forward coordinated regional development. Focus on developing Changjiang Middle Reaches urban agglomeration and Chengdu Chongqing urban agglomeration. Optimize the development of central cities such as municipalities directly under the central government, provincial capital cities, important node cities. Sixth, county-level urbanization and diversified development of characteristic towns will promote the integrated development of urban agglomerations in the Yangtze River economic belt. For one part, the construction of new urbanization should be accelerated with counties serving as an important carrier and improve the levels of medical and health facilities. Meanwhile, the development of characteristic towns should be standardized and green development and employment security should be improved. At last, you may find these references useful for the study of this section. Well, that's all for today. I hope that through this part, you'll know more about the China's Yangtze River economic belt. Thank you all.